Hi, Crimson, how are you? Just getting myself in order. Welcome, welcome. Hello, indeed. I hope you're having a nice Sunday. So hopefully now, going against the clock, I'll see can I get all my things ready. My art and paraphernalia together. So bear with me there now. And I shall be with you guys very, very, very soon. Burnt out from drawing. Oh no. Oh, that's always the worst, isn't it? That's no good. I hate getting, forgive me, I hate getting burnt out myself. It's an awful feeling, along with art block. I find it kind of doesn't do anyone any good. Now, so nearly ready, nearly there. Slug, and get my decor about. Yeah, I think nearly there. See all the things we need for a CD here. Hi, Not Real, how are you? Welcome one and all. Hi everyone, welcome. I don't know how many people are going to join on this our fine and pleasant Sunday, but we'll see. And I'm not sure how long this is going to go for. I do have a little bit of things to do later, so I won't keep you guys long either. But yeah, great. Not really. That's great. Great that everybody is feeling good. And Crimson, all I can say is sometimes you need to take a break from what you're doing. And sometimes, a break, or sometimes a change even. They always say, what's that saying? A change is as good as a rest. I agree. Sometimes you need a break or a change, and then you come back and it's like new again. That's kind of how I would solve my any art block I have. But yeah, Sook's all right. I get it completely. I don't know if I have any great advice for it, but that's all I can say. Sometimes a change is what you need, sometimes a rest. It all depends on the person too. So we're going to be doing more of Essie anyway, and more of Essie, and hopefully inking her in. And I'll see can I go for another live stream, but if I do, it might be a completely different subject. And ruler, artics. I have all my things organized in one place. Schindler's List. Oh yeah, that's a classic, isn't it? That is a classic, but a heavy classic, isn't it? Yeah, I watched that years ago, and it was I remember it being very heavy, but yeah, it is a good film, and gotta love Liam Neeson, all right, in it. He's great. He's great in anything, but especially Schindler's List. That's wow, and it's a long film too. Can be 4 drawings. Yeah, the thing is, I find with Inktober and any art challenge, I'm the sort of person that I might stick with it for a week, and then that's the end of it, because I feel like it's sort of like it's not a good fit for me. I don't know why. I'm not really good at art challenges. I'll say I start out with the best of plans. And then at the end of the day, I'll think halfway through, I want to do other projects. I want to do my own. I want to do my own stuff. So, and I always end up abandoning them. So I do understand that completely. And sometimes I hate myself for it, but I have to sort of train myself not to hate myself. That sounds terrible, but yeah, it's a tough one. I find art challenges, and October. I find October particularly hard. It's just the 30 days. If you stick really hardcore Inktober, 30 days and a draw in a day, or even something small a day, I find that's a recipe for burnout. That's why I don't do Inktober. I don't tend to do a lot of art challenges. Mermaid now, maybe, but sometimes not every challenge. I just pick what I like out of it and do that. Yeah, and not used to black and white. Yeah, I actually studied a bit in college, a bit of black and white, and you get used to it. It is strange, but I can see why certain films are made in black and white as opposed to color. So yeah, but it's a quite a nice film actually, in that it's very stylistic. And then of course there's the little girl with the red dress. Yeah, so a little bit like Psycho actually. Bunch of drawings a month ago turned into digital. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know, scrap them all. There's nothing, honestly, Crimson, there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. I do about 10 bad drawings, scrap them all, and then think maybe one is somewhat workable. So there's nothing wrong. You're not doing a thing wrong, honestly. Every artist, I think, or certainly, definitely artists do that. And it's just a trick to try and not compare yourself. Hi, Tori. Yeah, indeed, you're right. I am indeed. That is what you're listening to now. I am, and hello. And where are you from, actually? Because I know where everyone else is. Dublin. Wow. Hello. Hello. That's not very far away, and maybe it is. I don't know, but it is for other people. But it's definitely not for me. But welcome to the stream. Yeah, and I don't think we've been you've been on any of my streams. Well, two of my streams. But welcome, and I hope you like what you see, and I hope you stay. But welcome aboard. Delighted to have you here. I'm not going to say where exactly I'm from, but Dublin would be somewhat close. And Dublin is okay for me to know where you're from. That's all I need to know. Even so. Yeah, so I just always remember I don't exactly want to dox anyone, so and please don't feel like you need to say where you're from, anyone, but that's okay, Tori. Just so you know, we're on the same patch of ground. But welcome anyway, and if you like and if you enjoy it, why not like and subscribe? Or if not, that's okay too. But you might not for the last close to all of us. Yeah, very true, not real, very true. I should say from my last live stream, if anyone else like Tori wasn't here, I'm doing a Halloween themed stream with one of my OCs, and way far away. Oh, that's okay. Do you know the World Wide Web? And I'll sound like a dinosaur saying so, but the World Wide Web, it's just brought everybody closer and everybody more together. And there's more of a community. So we might be hours and miles and millions of miles apart, but we're together. So that's okay. You can be from anywhere and you can join in. That's the great thing about online nowadays. So as I was saying, I last live stream I have an OC here. Oh, have I gone wrong? Her name is Essie. She's a fire mage, so that she kind of I must draw her more making fire. I have to get used to that. I made some sort of an attempt at her with fire here with Posca pens. Yeah, okay, you're not from, okay, yeah, well, I'm actually not from Dublin either, but quite close, but that's okay. Question on where they were, okay, Dublin guessing, yeah, okay, but yeah, so I choose Essie here to do because she's probably the more potential OC sort of Halloween themed characters I can do. No, it's not Cork. It's a little bit further than that, but that's okay. I'll keep you guessing. But so I'm going to do Essie, and she's in her Halloween costume. So it's not really, there's no real purpose on the live stream. It's just a little bit of fun, and a little bit of crack. Uh, and I might have picked a wrong colour for her background already. But I want to keep her kind of, she's quite a fun little character, to me anyway. So I want to keep her kind of that playfulness as well. So you might be able to see she's got little ghosts on her dress here. So I might actually make those with a Posca pen. Could you give me some advice? Yeah, sure, Crimson. Limerick. No. Give me some advice on my art that you've seen. Is there an improvement that I can do? Okay, well, what are you trying to improve on, Crimson? Is there any particular... Because I myself, I'm trying to improve on it. I shouldn't be shaking this about. I'm trying to improve, even for the benefit of Essie here. I only draw traditional. So I'm always trying to improve on things like water or fire in particular. I'm always trying to improve on that. But is there anything in particular that you're trying to improve on? Because like I said, it's not even, sometimes advice is a funny one. All I'm saying is these are my sort of my life's experience. Now other artists can tell you other things. It just, again, it depends on the artist. If there is any art that you have, actually, I wonder, can you you might actually be able to post it. I don't have a Discord. It's down the line in the future. I just have too much on currently at the moment. But if there is, I wonder, can you post in a tab on my channel? You probably can. Background, but generally anything else like my posing. Yeah, posing. I actually find the likes of yeah, I will say Pinterest sometimes, but you got to be careful that it's all, it's not all AI or funny things. But I still find Pinterest a good reference board. I also, hi Morningstar, welcome indeed. Welcome to the stream, and welcome everyone, and thank you. Oh yeah, I find actually, Pinterest, I also find, maybe it's just myself, everyone might be different, but I kind of tend to watch people a lot. And I make a little sketch of those I watch. It does sound weird. Don't take that out of context. But I like to watch kind of gestures and body motion and body movement. And that can be really helpful. Or if you have a willing friend or a willing sort of companion or volunteer, I would ask them. I would they be comfortable in doing little poses for you? And you can try and sketch, like, not even their whole body, but even a stick version of them. No, it's actually not a it's what do they call it? It's not a tripod. It's how do I explain? Morningstar, you know, it's an arm. It's on an arm, and the phone screen is base. So no, it's not a tripod. It just goes on the end of a desk. So yeah, that's all. So how are you? How are you? Oh, how are you, Morningstar? Are you keeping well on this Sunday? It's awful weather we're having. So I've made a bit of a blob with Essie's little ghosts, but that's okay. We'll get around it. That's sometimes the worst about Posca pens. Suddenly you press too hard and it comes out in a big blob. But we'll go around. It'll be all right. Lazy today. Woke up at 11. Well, I'm not going to say what time I was up at, but it was definitely it was a bit earlier. But picking my husband. Oh yeah. Actually, if you do have anybody, family member or in the house, or a girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, wife, husband, yeah, ask them. Yeah, head study, and even something small, like if you can, if you can get even a nose down, say like one week you set out to study like, or eyebrows or something, and you get that down, or you get the general idea of that, that's great. That's great progress. And then next week, say you'll try mouth or eyes or something, that's great. That's what I would do. I would break it into small little blocks, because too much, a big lesson on the whole body can be far too overwhelming. Yeah, how's things with everyone today? As Morningstar asks, is everyone having a nice Sunday? It's a wet Sunday where I am, but it's a nice Sunday because I'm willing and relaxed and doing art. So I'm giving Essie. I thought about putting cobwebs on her dress, but they are a little bit difficult. So I might actually try cobwebs in the corner. And it's a slow process with a Posca pen, but some of them will get there. There's no hurry. Uh, yeah, so ghost by ghost, dry as the dunes. Well, ours morning, Sarah. I don't know if you have the same weather I have, but it's not good down here. Very wet, very gloomy, and I needed the light on this morning, and my ring light was on for a lot of this morning. So that's how dark it was. Very gloomy, very wintry, and what you would call cozy weather. Yeah, it is. It is very dark. It is. It's like November maybe, which makes sense. We're heading towards November. What did they call it? Jumper weather. Essie, I don't know if your ghosts look like ghosts yet, but we'll put little purple eyes on them maybe. I'm trying to steer away from black on her, because she is dark anyway. But yeah, so we'll give her little maybe purple durple, little purple ghost eyes. So yeah, grey skies. Well, yeah, that's a feature here. It's Atlantic weather. Yeah, so but perfect autumnal weather. Some people really like that about autumn. Yeah, well, it's very rainy here, and apparently going to stay like that for today, and I think this week. Um, I'm very good at giving the weather forecast. You see, you can talk about anything here, anything at all. We can spend ages talking about the weather, or very little. What am I always telling people to talk about? In my to be polite, talk about the crop circles, the crop rotation, and the weather. So uncontroversial. But yeah. So is everybody? I hope everybody is having a nice Sunday. Are we doing art, or are we just relaxing? Because I was relaxing until maybe about half an hour ago. Then I remembered I had a live, and so then I ran to get set up. And I'm not going to say I was running late. I wasn't, or I was stressed, but I was ill prepared as usual, even though I try not to seem like that. I like the rain too. Yeah, watching the rain from the windows on the back seat. Yeah, I do too. I find it's quite nice when you wake up on an early, maybe not early morning, but when you wake up on, say, like a day you're not working, and the first thing you hear is the rain off the window, or the roof, and you think, oh good, I don't have to go out today, and we can relax. So that's a nice feeling. I don't know if there's a specific word for that, or a specific concept for that feeling, but yeah, it's a nice feeling. Is there a word in, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but is it Icelandic, and it's called oh, Glugganavader, I think. Is that the pronunciation? It's window weather. So it's that kind of rain, and you don't have to go out, and it's nice and cozy. It's in Tesco. One of my old students. Okay. Oh, I actually, I hate meeting. I won't say people from my past, but it is awkward. It is because you realize, gosh, they've moved on, or I've moved on, and in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, "Gosh, I wonder what they think of me." And I'm sure they're not thinking that, or I'm sure they're probably wondering the same about me. What does she think of me? But yeah, it's meeting someone from your past, and that sounds really. It sounds like you're a criminal, but yeah, I always tense up when I meet people from my past, even though I've never done anything. But I always tense up and think, gosh, what do they think? But I'll try and move Essie over. So I'm just going to let the Posca dry, and then I might actually do some Arctic's little purple eyes on these ghosts, and I might actually ink that one in fully. And I'll see about these ones. I've already dropped water on her, of course. But she's got some fire there, so I planned it when I really get good at fire. If I ever get good at fire, her whole body will be kind of flamey, and there'll be the shape of her in the middle. And I might, when I get going, or even off camera, I might do smoke wisps from her, because she's made of kind of ash and cinder and those kind of things. So I want to kind of really study how I can make that appear convincing. So that's my sort of, I won't say weakness, but that's my thing I want to accomplish. And I might do some frills on her dress here while I have my Posca pen and my bottle of water. Yeah, so yeah, that's cinders and ashes. Yeah, indeed. She is kind of. I planned that she's sort of made from them. It's just how to. Oh, oh. It's how to convince myself or convince anybody that she is actually made from cinder and ashes is a little bit tricky for now, but in future I hope it won't be. So I'm just going to give her little frills on the inside of her dress. So she is quite a little girly character, and she's quite a young character. So but she's quite mischievous too. But I'd imagine she is quite girly. She does have a brother, but I'm not going to draw her brother in this live stream, but I might. Who knows? But I do like that cinder and ashes, all right. So this is my brush pen, and now I might try a cobweb. And I might risk it and try it directly in Posca. So I've got the small Posca. And sometimes the trouble with these Posca is, yeah, like now they sort of gum up, or they get gummy, or something happens to them anyway, especially over something like acrylic paint markers. And sometimes they cause a bit of an eruption of I don't know, mess or something. Or they're not quite concise, but this one seems to be working okay. So I can't see any cobwebs. I'm not looking at cobwebs, but from what I know, they look a little bit like that. And I might put a little spider in one. Oh, we'll see. Yeah, glooby. Yeah, that is, I have a word for it as well, and I say it in every video, gunky, or gunk, and I hate that word, and I hate the word, yeah, gunky or goby. It's anything like that. I don't know why. It's just I have an aversion to it, but that's exactly the word for it is glooby. And I constantly pick off little bits off the nib, but this one seems to be okay. So the engines in the railway series, cinder and ashes, yeah. I know. Is that a Thomas reference? Is that by any chance cinder and ashes? Is that what they say? Because it sort of makes sense, and I think now that you mention it, I might have heard something along those lines. But if these fire mages, because there's more than one, Essie does have a brother. If they do have pets, I'd imagine can call them Cinder and Ashes. Yeah, it's Thomas and I thought so. But I do love that narrator, the way he can say it. It's very calm too. And yeah, Morningstar, yeah, gunk is an awful word. It's terrible. Oh yeah, I might do a little. I'll see. Can I do a little speeder in a little tiny one in, maybe we'll do one on one side of her here. Now, how is it that spiders look? Yeah, well, I do know how spiders look, but when you're not planning to draw one, it can be a little bit sort of tentative. He's sort of a seven-legged spider. If I go too much at him, I'll disrupt. I won't make him look like a spider anymore. So he's fine. He's done. Now I've lost a pen. Oh no, I haven't. Okay, so these two at the bottom, I don't know. I have worked up their flame in Posca pen. I might actually do that on another live stream once I get really good at flames, hopefully. Oh yeah, Oh, okay. Well, I was going to do we'll give him a wife or a husband or whatever. But yeah, I forgot. I was going to make him dangle, and I forgot straight away, as I do. But anyway, or we'll give him. He has a child. So anyway, what did I say? Moving swiftly on. There's his child or his other half or whatever they are. So they're coming down there. Yeah, so I've forgotten what I was saying. Oh yeah, I don't plan on giving these a background, but I might ink her in properly and do more designs on her dresses in this live stream. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go for, but we'll go and we'll see. Maybe an hour, it might be enough. But now, I don't know, some of these Posca pen markers still look wet, but I'll try them anyway. Oh, there's water from somewhere. Oh, yeah, water. So always keep a cloth close to hand. Now, and we're fixed for the moment anyway, until another art disaster strikes. Which you can guarantee in my channel there'll be no such speak, no such talk of art disasters, even though there's art disasters aplenty here, but I don't have an art disaster. But except I do a lot of the time. But anyway, I always think, turn around and create something, not that you'd intended, but create something entirely different, and it'll all work out. Thank you, Morningstar. Thank you. So yeah, Essie is coming along, and I will post her in probably on my posts on YouTube anyway after this live stream. But I'll certainly post her probably in your Discords. Oh, your Discord server. So yeah, it's wonky looking ghost. But anyway, yeah. So thank you very much. A little water doing maximum. I know. I always think, where did it go? And is it going to smudge some ink? But I do find I need my water with me because I do get hoarse quite a lot. So yeah, I always think, if I can feel a little bit on the heel of my hand, I think, oh gosh, any ink, is it going to smudge? So yeah, so her little ghosts are working their way out anyway. I wonder what would a little tiny little, yeah, these kind of work. I didn't plan for these, but they sort of work, and if not, sure, I can try and paint over them. But no, little flowers and ghosts, they are Essie's thing. Her brother, the reason I didn't do her brother on live stream is her brother, his style is, well, I don't know if I could have a dress up of the two of them, I'll see, but it's more like Essie would benefit from this Halloween attire. Her brother is kind of more, I'd say 1920s maybe. So kind of like if you can imagine, or if you know of like Tom Gatsby, I'd imagine that kind of wear, and more muted colours, not like Essie here. So that's why I omitted him from the drawing. But he can be done on another live stream or even a video if I learn successful flames. Yeah, a suggestion for a horror drawing. What do you like to draw, Crimson? Like, what would be your? Everyone says, what's your go-to drawing? Because everyone has like a lazy drawing, and me, it would be probably mer creatures and eyes. Oh, thank you, Clanoa. Hi, are you new here? Well, welcome aboard. Thank you very much. And I hope you stay now and have a fun little time, because we're just meeting up and we're just, well, live streaming and chatting. Just a cozy little art chat, cozy little art circle. And I'm drawing a Halloween themed, one of my OCs, Halloween themed. So this is Essie, and she's in her Halloween get up, and yeah. So welcome, new to the channel. Thank you. And if you like what you see, why not like and subscribe? And I have a little notebook. I did have a little notebook somewhere, but if you like and subscribe, I'll put you down in that notebook. So, but thank you. I'm delighted with that. You're very kind. You guys are a great little community. Honestly, it's so sweet to me that this could just happen like that. Oh, thank you. And I keep my promises. We'll just move Essie slightly, but this is my live streaming notebook. And I have a live streaming pen somewhere. Here it is. And I have live streaming notes. So thank you very much. I'm delighted. It's very kind. And yeah, and like I said, I do post regularly. So ordinary videos I kind of post every Sunday, and sometimes if they're a series, it's midweek. So welcome. So there you are. And did I get everything right? Yeah, I did. So thank you very much. So I'll put that safely up there. And thank you. And you're more than welcome. And so I'm going to give Essie little stars, because I remember they're actually not stars, they're her little sparks. So given that she is a fire mage, I think she, oh, I'm using the right pen. I had a fear there. I had a big biro and I'd use that, but no, I haven't. So she does have little sparks coming out of her because she is a fire mage, and oh, there's a lot of banging. She is a fire mage, so that means that she would create a lot of sparks. So that's why she has these little sort of shiny little sort of stars coming out of her. I'd imagine she wouldn't be quite safe around static electricity, but yeah, I don't think she has static electricity in her world. I still like to draw cookies from Cookie Ruin. I reckon you could draw a version of, you could draw a silly, like, I won't say silly, but like a funny little kind of, like a little comic strip panel of, say, like the cookies. I'm not quite familiar with Cookie Run, but if they are cookies, like I think they're cookies, you could draw a silly little kind of, or a funny little sort of Halloweeny kind of, one is a vampire, typical monstery kind of things, if you like, or they could be chasing one another or something like that. You could even draw it as a sketch, as like an exercise, and if you like it, expand on it, because I have a sketching notebook as well. I must actually show you guys sometimes, but that's where all my embarrassing mistakes go, and they're supposed to stay buried, but I've just made a promise here. So we see little shiny bits there. So yeah, I would try, like, my answer to art block is do little sketches, even if they're in ballpoint pen, and even if you don't intend to keep them, because sometimes I don't keep all of my sketches. Just do it and just exercise, like set aside maybe 10 minutes to draw draw little kind of cookies and in like maybe even Halloweenie poses or anything and see how it goes. And thank you, Crimson, thank you, and thank you, Clenoa, thank you. Thank you. I'm so appreciative of that. You're very, very kind, and you're welcome indeed aboard the channel. I keep saying aboard like it's a ship. It is a ship. It's an art ship, and we won't forget that. But thank you. I'm really appreciative of that. And one day I will. I keep making promises. I'll have a Discord. One day in the future I will. And oh hi, Mama. How are you? Welcome aboard. And how is your Sunday going? I guess is it early morning where you are? I might be drawing on paper. A digital artist, yeah, cool. No, that is cool too. That is cool. I have to say I'm most impressed by. Is this going to look okay? A cross on the coffin and she's got a star there. Actually, it's not. I didn't do that. So you see nothing. But yeah. So digital artists. Yeah, I'm really impressed by digital artists because I find what you guys do with technology and programs and all that that's head spinning to me. So yeah, and totally. Now I would do this. This is completely fine to me to do it. It's second nature, but digital art to me is a mystery. I said last live stream I wouldn't promise that I wouldn't do it, but the more I see you guys do digital art, the more I think, well, actually, me and technology doesn't go hand in hand. I'm lucky to edit YouTube videos, somewhat. Yeah. No, exactly. I agree, Mama. I agree. Your drawings are. Oh, well, thank you, Crimson. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. And sometimes it's not how anybody looks. I think not that I don't put a lot of importance on looks. I put a lot of importance more so on how somebody makes you feel or what vibes they give out. So, but I do appreciate the comment and thank you very much. But yeah, I do agree that everybody, we all have something to give to the world, and we all have a reason to be here. And yeah, why not? Whatever you have as a gift, share it and spread it, because gifts are made for sharing and spreading. And it's not good to keep it all to yourself. Exactly, Mama. Exactly. Vibes only. And Halloweenie vibes, hopefully, here. Okay, well, you can call me, I don't mind, Clenoa. Mama calls me Whiskers, so I don't mind being called Whiskers either. Has someone new joined? No, they have not. I just seen Linux. Okay. Good 24 hours. Yeah, vibes only. So we'll continue on doing Essie. So I might leave off her face for off screen, because faces can be a little bit hair raising for me, because with the camera or the phone in the way, I don't quite have the vision that I normally do when I usually make pieces of art. So Catty, yeah, sure, Catty, that's fine. It is funny to me, because as in Catty is in the name, like Cathy. But yeah, that's fine. I don't mind at all. And you are Clenoa, so that's cool. I like these pens. This is a Unipin fine liner, so it's kind of, I'm making her sleeves a little bit more feathery looking than furry. But anyway, Essie, if you didn't intend wearing these clothes now, if you had a different image in mind, I'm sorry, but I'll ink in. Hi, Goober, how are you? What time is it over there, and how are you getting on? How's your Sunday? I hope it's good. And Mama, actually, I forgot to say, you woke up, is it early? And how was your Sunday? And have you got anything nice planned? Or is it just going to be a relaxing Sunday? Because mine started off busy enough, but it's turned into a relaxing Sunday. So That's good. And I almost forgot about this live stream, so I was running around like a mad thing there maybe half an hour ago. 1906. Actually, Clenoa, no, I don't have Discord yet. I do have Instagram myself, and I think, am I on? Oh, I'm on somewhere else. Cara and DeviantArt, but I don't actually have a Discord yet. But I think maybe next year I might see about my own one. I know a lot of artists have their own discords, and I'm on quite a lot of discords. So yeah, I'll see definitely. But I'm sorry I don't have a Discord yet. But maybe I don't know. You guys, maybe the community post in YouTube, they might let you post, as from what I know anyway. But you're welcome to use mine if you draw something along with me on this live stream. Home from school, wow. Finishing some drawings. Oh yeah, you've a live stream too, Mama. Good, good. Yeah, okay, home from school. Okay, on Sunday. Or are you ahead? Is it Monday? Maybe you're ahead. Oh, night school. Oh, night school. Night school. I get you. Okay. Bike ran out of battery. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Oh dear. Hopefully it wasn't too far. Hopefully not. And it might be dark as well. I wouldn't like that. Oh, Crimson, are you okay? And that's okay if you gotta go, even for a bit. But I hope you're okay. I don't. Hopefully it's not too serious. So. Oh no, indeed. Okay, yeah. Well, at least it's in the town. It's not dark rural roads. That wouldn't be good. My fear is breaking down on one of those dark rural roads. Essie, yeah, Essie, she's not a bug. What she is she's a creature of mine I call a fire mage. So I've shown her off. So she's able to she's made out of I keep forgetting the word. Is it cinder and ashes? Yeah, cinder and ashes, that kind of material. And she is able to make her own flame and sort of control it. I just have to learn. Yeah, thank you. I just have to learn how to make fire properly. And when I do, I'll make sure that she is highlighted in fire. So you can see a little bit of it there when she's kind of juggling and making it. But once I get really good at fire, I'll make more of her with her fire powers. And she does have a brother. So I haven't drawn him yet on live stream. You might have not joined, or you might have joined after, but I did say her brother is. Her style is not quite as or his style is not quite as fun as Essie. She's quite girly and she's quite young. He is more 1920s Tom Gatsby, that kind of thing. So I might draw him at another live stream. Jester, yeah, no, she's clown core is what I like to imagine for her. I like to put her in kind of jestery, clowny kind of gear. I believe it matches her personality. But yeah, she's quite, I'd imagine she's quite mischievous, all right. So she would fit the little jester and playing little tricks on people, particularly her brother. But trees and some house. Okay, that sounds quite quiet, Goober. I hope you're okay when you do walk there. Drinking my medicine. A cold. Okay, okay. Yeah, I know those kind of is it flu season maybe? It's those kind of, they're more annoying than anything, I find. It's not that they're really a big issue with health, but well, sometimes they are, but more the annoyance of your nose running and your throat sore. But hopefully it goes soon with you. Yeah, indeed, like Mama said, yeah, get better because they're no fun. Okay, so I might chance when I've done all her little ghosts. I might chance her. I might actually chance her eyes. I might be nuts in saying that, but I might chance her eyes, and I might do the little cat here. Uh, Not myself at all, I swear. But yeah, a little black cat. And there's her frills. I'm also another thing I want to get better at in the new year. Art resolutions already. Uh, Art resolutions is material folds and the folds of material and how they would sit normally on a body. I try my best, but there's always room for improvement. So I'm trying to sort of, oh, might have gone a bit wrong, but anyway. Yeah, 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 Crimson, yeah, best of health to you. I mean, doses and colds, they're no fun. Um, oh, thank you, Clenoa. Thank you very much. Empty road, serious Gober, that does sound a little bit creepy actually. Empty roads and quiet areas. That sounds, dare I say it, liminal. Yeah, it does sound like you live in a liminal place. But could be quite interesting for nighttime photography. Hi Morningstar, welcome back. I hope everything is okay on your end. Yeah, you were gone for a little while, but welcome back. And Essie has ghosts on her dress now. And I said I might tackle her eyes on live stream and see how she goes. But and then I might outline her. And I didn't bring any markers for the little cat, but thank you. Yeah, yeah. I keep forgetting, but yeah, yeah. Thank you, Morningstar. You're very kind. You give the little kitty whiskers. No, so kitty, you got whiskers. Um. Okay, so there's Essie. And roads in my town zone. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, best stay away from them, Gober. That's all I can say for your own safety. Because, guys, above all else, always think of well, don't always think of yourself, but in safety wise, think of yourself, and always think that. If I do this, am I going to be safe doing it? So do always think of your safety, and Goober, I hope you do stay safe. Yeah, so I don't put pupils in her. Some of my characters, actually, it sounds strange, they don't have pupils. And Essie doesn't have pupils. So yeah, so poor Essie with no pupils. But I imagine her eyes would be like little kind of flames. So they would be flaming all the time. So because of that, maybe there's no need for pupils. And some characters I think it doesn't suit them, so that's why she doesn't have them. I know that sounds strange, but and you do the shadows. Yeah, shadows. I find what I do with shadow is depending on my material. I kind of press hard for, say, if it's pencil, press kind of do it in circular motions and press hard in small little circles for deep shadows, and then as you get towards the light, wider circles is what I find. It works for me anyway. Now it might not work for everybody, but that works for me anyway. So hard small circles for deep shadow, and then wider circles, and try and hold your pen lighter, if that makes sense. But you will get there. Character had only eyebrows and didn't have any eyes because the lack of pupils. Interesting. Okay, okay, I can see how you taught that actually. Yeah, yeah, she does have eyes and she does actually have eyebrows, but due to her coloration, it's a little bit hard to see. But yeah, she does. I'm not sure what their hair is made out of, considering she's ash and cinders and all sorts herself. But yeah, I might even off camera do little wisps of smoke. But at least all I can do is run. Yeah, max speed 43 kilometers. Yeah. Well, no, I think now if I had to chase somebody that was 43 kilometers, I wouldn't catch them. So that is a good getaway, at least. Mama, yeah, reflection instead of pupils. Yeah, I never know how to handle that properly. I'm going to leave her like that for the moment. And am I missing anything? I am missing something. I was going to put little handles on this casket. Maybe smoke. Yeah, I always think I should do her emitting smoke. I would like to do her emitting smoke a lot more. Um, have I done that right? I don't know. I don't think I have. It looks a bit strange, but anyway. Yeah, so I kind of little curdling bits of smoke. I'm going to make maybe a little pencil sketch. You guys might not necessarily see that, and I'm going to try it on her. And if she's back in the next live stream, she should have smoke curdles. The two blue people wearing robes. Oh yes, those actually, Clenoa. Those are something called, I have an ongoing project, and this is the first time I've spoken about this on YouTube. I have an ongoing project called Weird Medieval Guys. And in that, what I do is one of my passions in life is medieval books and artwork, and I will collect up these samples of funny little guys you see in like old manuscripts, and I'll put them in a wheel, I'll spin it, and I'll make my own art based on them. And funnily enough, I was making a video about that very project very recently, if not today. So that's coming out, I don't know when, but it will be out on my channel, maybe in December, I'm not sure. I know I schedule mad ahead, but yeah, so the two blue guys, they're part of my medieval guys, so I got them from Pinterest, and so I made them kind of my own sort of take on them. Yeah, so that's what they are really. A lot of my stuff is medieval artworks too, as well as my OCs. It's either medieval or OCs, and that's it. It's very broad subjects. Hair could be held by heat. Yeah, hydrogen. So that's like a sciencey. Yeah, like I said, Mama, in the last live stream, she can actually say something dangerous to her happened. She can actually poof into smoke and travel that way. I don't think fire mages have public transport like we do. I don't think they need them. So yeah, she can kind of do that. So it could be interesting to get hydrogen. It does sound, is that quite dangerous? Maybe it is. Oh, thank you, Serious Goober. Yeah, okay, I'll be late from that night school. Well, the best of luck with it. Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you. Thank you. They do get a bit quirky. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I like the medieval guys. I think if somebody asked me what my favorite art style is, I'd probably say, it sounds mad, but from kind of 12th century and 13th century and that sort of period, with the little funny little guys in the margins of these old books. They would be my favorite type of artwork. I don't know if I've never heard of anybody else really speaking about them, but I like them anyway. I'm going to outline her in white. I kind of do that anyway with any of my characters. I know Essie, I don't imagine she is outlined in white, but she's outlined in white anyway. So our moon or clouds vibe. Yeah, I do. I like, actually, what I do like is my little stars, star patterns everywhere. So I do tend to do that a lot. And I have a character, or I think I have, well, one character anyway, and he's got actual stars for eyes. So I might draw him sometime. I've just got so many ideas. It's just time constraints, work and adult life. Hydrogen bonds that heat up, they break apart. Yeah, I'm not sure how hot they are as well, but I know that I would imagine they wouldn't do handshakes with other people that aren't fire mages. Yeah, so and they live in what I like to call the underworld. It is like, she does look like a little devil girl. So my take on that is they're not actual like devils. It's just they're fire mages, but they just happen to look like our interpretation of how we imagine a devil to look like. Yeah, so I'd imagine they do live in a hot place, because her brother's favorite holiday destination, or where he brings his friends to walk, is the Sienic lava lakes. So that'll give you an idea of how hot that should be. Yeah, Kent, indeed, his favorite book, I think, is the Book of Kells. We've spoke about that before, and myself, maybe Kent didn't, but I have certainly seen it in person. And I drive and go to a lot of places that have these medieval books, simply because I like them, and I like sort of journeying around something historic. So yeah, it's quite interesting, I find. Um, yeah, he likes calligraphy too. I've never mastered calligraphy and go leaf like Kent has, though, and he's not here, but I think he's probably the best artist in gold leaf I've ever seen online, and I don't mind if you tell him that if he's not here, because I've certainly told him that before. And yeah, ma'am, I like imps, so they are kind of. I think they're a colloquial, or a nickname on them is a cinder imp. But yeah, so they are cinder imp, so it would be, that's another name for them. But I don't know if they like that name or not. So yeah, so she's outlined in white. I don't know if it quite matches her, but I like to sort of separate her from her background. And I'll see, can I do the same? I might work on the background here, and I was going to do a orange fallen leaves, just for an autumnal vibe, an extra autumnal vibe. Or I might, you see, I can never decide on live stream what I'm going to do. I change my mind every single second of every single day. So yeah, I'll see, can I what if she had a kind of, yeah, now funny you should say that about armor, Crimson. There is one of them. I called him what did I call him? Ignitus. And he does have a kind of armor. Now, I'd imagine she is wearing clothes, so I'd imagine maybe their clothes are charmed, maybe. Bringing a little bit of magic into it, charmed to be heat resistant. But the Ignitus is a kind of a knight, and he's blue in color. And because I was thinking it'd be interesting to have fire mages that are kind of not necessarily all black or all grey or anything, but yeah, he's blue and he does wear armour. Now, as for what that armour is, I'm not sure, but it's something very, very strong and very heat resistant, so it could very well be hydrogen bomb armour. But yeah, he could probably withstand something like that, all right. I must make him more often, and I must depict him more often. Because I did think that in the underworld, my idea of the underworld is that along with specific jobs, yeah, blue flames are actually a thing. So that's why I was actually thinking I want them to be slightly more, not the obvious type of flames. Blue would be blue. That was why I hit on blue. But I also thought that it would be quite interesting to have it that the fire mages, their jobs are specific to their powers, like they can make stained glass because of, fire and sand and things like that. So they're probably really, really valued stained glass artists in their world. It sounds really funny to me that somebody should be employed like that, but they are, I would imagine. And then others are kind of maybe more, typical like fire eaters. And, the fire kind of acrobats, they're more like that. Quite typical. And then others again are like Ignitus, they're knights, and they're they're warriors. So I like to imagine that they're putting their talents to good use anyway. Essie has hand beans as well. She has got little hooves, but she's got hand beans. And when I inked her in last time, I accidentally went over her little hand beans. So I'm going to try and maybe draw them in convincingly here. I might paint them off screen. I have read Dustfinger. Yeah, I was actually thinking of Dustfinger. Kind of early on in making up fire mages. Yeah, I was thinking of Dustfinger. Yeah, yeah, cool books actually. Um, yeah, character blue flames. Yeah, blue flames are very interesting to look at. And turn sand to glass. Yeah, yeah, I that's what I was thinking. I would imagine, I don't know, in the underworld, do they have buildings that have stained glass in them? But I'd imagine if they need some stained glass restorers, hit up the nearest fire mage, and he or she will come along, and they'll restore the glass. But and I thought that every fire mage should have a specific color of flame or a specific color of glass that they make. And it's to do with maybe their eye color. So Essie here has orange eyes. So she should have her flame is typically orange, but her brother is more yellow eyes, so he has more yellow flame, and his glass would be more yellow. So yeah, so that's, and Ignitus being more blue would have obviously more blue glass. But yeah, that's what I was thinking anyway. One of my thoughts. What did Goober say? Glass coffins. Too many mods. Goober, what game are you playing again? Is it the same driving game you were playing the last time? Yeah, yeah, Mama. There may be specific fire mages have specific temperatures, or maybe they can control their temperatures. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what the hottest type of flame is. I sometimes I've heard it said it's not orange, but I don't know. I'm no scientist. Fancy class coffin bed. Well, I imagine I did think that her brother, as far as I know, I think he sleeps on a sort of a like a charcoal kind of a slab. Uh, which I suppose because he creates so much heat, he doesn't need to be doesn't need the warmth. It's nearly like a lizard trying to cool off. But yeah, 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 yellow and orange. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that said too. That yeah, yellow and orange are cooler types of flame, but they're all hot to me now anyway. I wouldn't like to take my chances with them. But yeah, we're discussing all sorts here. Sciencey. I don't know a thing about science, so I'm sort of just going with how what I imagine. And sometimes, sometimes that's if you break away from science, you can get away with it. I think I might actually circle those in red later. I don't know why I'm circling them in black. Actually, maybe I should stop. Yeah, no, I like it, Mama. I like it. I like having all these ideas, and when you have a blur of ideas, you can pick out the best. Um, and like I said, they do eat. I'd imagine the diet would be quite sugary because sugar to create flame and flammable and that kind of thing. It would work that way. So yeah, they probably have quite a high energy demand. Um, for that because they're probably always burning a flame, or their skin makes an oil for that. So, oh, did I smudge? I think I smudged. So I might leave Essie there, that one. I might finish her off more off screen. But I put her with some pumpkins. The same car game. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, the same car game. Yeah, I thought so. You like your car games. I don't actually play much games at all, I have to say. I play The Sims sometimes, but sometimes it gets a bit buggy, or a little bit, dare I say, a little bit kind of not as interesting. Oh, and then I leave it. I get really annoyed with myself for sometimes with it, and then then I leave it and then I come back to it. I'm sort of a mood player. Yeah, yeah, Sims. Yeah, it's very. I haven't played it in a few months and or a few weeks actually. And the last time I did, I had terrible bugs in it, all sorts of bugs, and for no reason. So I said, "Oh no, I'm going to leave it for now." And then if I feel like going back to it, I will go back to it. I play a game for about non-stop for 3 weeks and then I get sick of it. And then for 3 months I'll play nothing and I'll go to another game and then another. It's sort of I cycle through the one kind of thing. So like there's Sims and there's what's the other one? There's Planet Zoo, those kind of games. I like the sort of the simulation games. Um, but I'm not saying I'm any good at any of them, but I do like them. So I might put little designs in her stripes here. Might keep white. EA games challenge everything. Yeah, challenge everyone's patience, I think. But I won't say too much about anyone. But yeah, they certainly do. Yeah, they test my patience all right. I actually go back to playing what's the earlier? Yeah, Sims 3 actually, and I find it a lot more less bugs in it anyway and a lot more relaxing actually. So I play that actually. Yeah, and yeah, totally. And the prices of them is ridiculous. I was reading somewhere or listening to someone that you have to have if you were to have all the Sims downloaded on your PC or whatever, I think you would spend upwards of, I know it was in dollars, but upwards of a grand. That's crazy money. I mean, who in this economy? Um, yeah, who in this economy would have? Yeah, I certainly don't. Yeah, and I'm not gonna get all these silly kind of downloads that I don't want nor need. Thank you very much, EA. But yeah, no, no. They are very greedy. They are very greedy indeed. Yeah, constantly advertising and sort of sometimes a lot of game breaking glitches as well with them that you kind of can't really continue with the game. Now I know Sims 3 sometimes get those as well, or certainly I've had bad luck as well, but not as bad as Sims 4. A Dodge Challenger mod. Pretty good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, some of the mods do be fine. It's just sometimes they can be sort of jam up everything, or at least in certain games they can. Yeah, I sometimes I'm really wary of mods, because of that reason. But ah, uh, now I've been so angry at The Sims. I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, I find the in Sims 3 it had less bugs, but it did have bugs. Oh, breakfast. What are you having, Mama? Something nice? Something yummy? Something that needs to cook anyway. So is it something fried? But yeah, yeah, no, I find is it Sims 3 sort of had sort of less, yeah, less bugs. Like it did offer better gameplay, I thought, or there was more world exploration in it. But that's okay, Mama. Yeah, you did totally, totally. If you gotta cook, you gotta cook, and you have a busy life too. So, totally, I understand, and happy cooking. I'm really curious though as to what you're cooking. But yeah, yeah. So I find in the Sims 3, a lot of in the what was that game? Is it Island Paradise? Uh, I leave this up. If you're still here, I'll be back. Well, feel free, Mama. I don't mind. But is it Island Paradise, the one where you can be a mer creature? That one was quite buggy. Now I found I got a lot of trouble with that, but I still like it. I still have it and I still play it, but that one was quite buggy, to me anyway. And sometimes seasons for some reason was a little bit buggy. I only got that because of the alien invasion, the aliens that could be in it, but I won't tell a word of a lie. And I only got the Island Paradise because of I like mer creatures. So no word of a lie either. So what are you eating actually? I'm really curious as to what was cooked in this breakfast. Okay, so now her hand is up by her forehead, so she is, because of her color, she's sort of hard to distinguish, but hopefully I can make it look convincing. And she has little poof ball sleeves on her. So yeah, little poof ball sleeves. And yeah, so that's my foray into Sims. That's my rant is over. Yeah, rant over. But I do like them. But it's just the game is good, but the company maybe not so. I'm sad to say, but just a shame that they can run a good, potentially good game into the ground like that, over bad choices. And I don't know if anything can be done about them now. I think they've lost a lot of player trust, unfortunately, for them. Yeah, I do, Crimson. I try to avoid them as much as I can. How can you tell? No, I'm joking, but yeah, I do. They're not a thing I find easy at all. Fingers or fingies anyway. What I try to do is I try to sort of pose my own. Oh, I've got some paint on me, but yeah, I try to pose my own. And make sure my own are in a pose, but sometimes it still doesn't work. And I don't know, they're just something I actually find really boring to draw. Um, and I try to kind of think, well, these characters, they're not human, so they don't have to have human fingers. And Essie here, she has little hand beans, so yeah, little hand beans, so I can sort of get away with that. But yeah, if I had to draw actual fingers, I wouldn't like drawing actual fingers. Let that be known. Yeah, so I know, hate drawing fingers. I do. Yeah, I try to kind of block them into shapes. They end up looking strange anyway. I've sort of came to peace with it. But yeah, they kind of that's why I put a lot of my OCs in. I give them claws and paws instead of like feet. I give them kind of non-human sort of, and with the mer creatures, I give them kind of paddles, like kind of webbed fingers. So I kind of try and cover them up like that. It doesn't always work, but I think with mythical creatures or monsters, there's a certain leeway. Uh, I do draw sometimes. Mostly cars. Yeah, are you good at drawing cars, Goober? Because you seem to me like you're the car guy here. So I would imagine you've drawn a few cars in your time. Do you have a favorite model of a car, or is there a dream car you'd like? Uh, because I don't know a whole lot about cars, but yeah, anyone that's into cars, they usually say I'd like to drive this car or that car or this vehicle. So yeah, and I presume you do drive. I think you said on another stream you did. So there's a little pumpkin guy. So yeah, but cars to me now, I think anything like ships or trains or any of those sort of machinery and buildings, they're really difficult to me. And I don't know if I'd get on drawing them a lot. I know it's all straight lines, but for some reason it's all the straight lines. A car, Goober, do you have a favorite car or a dream car that you would like to drive? Or are you driving your dream car now? Straighten out my bib. My bib like a baby. A drawing, big drawn baby, big art baby. Now, yeah, so I usually see with Mitsubishi. Okay, is that the one you're driving now? Because did you say we're driving a Mitsubishi? So if you're driving your dream car now, that's really impressive. Because usually car people do always have a dream car. A favorite car is yellow and black Chevrolet Camaro. Okay. Oh yeah, Bumblebee. Yeah, I was going to say that name. Yeah, Chevrolet. Yeah, it is kind of a famous. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I know because like the my car knowledge is not great, but I do recognize. Yeah, I do recognize. Okay, yeah, the expander. Okay, it's the expander you own. But I presume you're getting on good with it anyway. Impossible. I don't know how anyone does it. But we'll give Essie some sparks again. And pop goes the weasel. So Essie, you can have more sparks. I don't know, maybe she'd do a star on her. So I like to do a lot of stars on my designs. And yeah, so there's another. I don't know, in her case they might be just sparks, but she's getting them anyway. And what time are we at? Yeah, we might do a background, and then we might end it there. We'll see. Yeah, we can probably push it for another little bit, but yeah, we'll see, because I need to do things after this as well. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, so and I might go over her little flames in red pen, because I've realised the black probably is not great, but her tail is on fire for now. She's not worried about it though, as she's no reason to be, given what she is. I'll see, can I do more of a background here, but if not, we'll leave her alone. And yeah, I might do, I don't know if I'll do another live stream with Essie, but I plan to do another kind of little, kind of Halloween themed one. I might just paint on it. I might be completely mad in saying that, but I might do a little gouache painting or something of a little pumpkin or something. Just for maybe next week, and then that'll be it. And if I do any more live streams, I do plan to do live streams, of course, but I might just do ordinary ones. But yeah, painting now on live stream could be a different matter, but I'll see, can I do it. Honestly, love to draw the beavers. Yeah, the Transformers, actually. I don't see many people doing fan art of Transformers. I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm not in the right spaces for them, but I don't actually see much Transformers fan art. And I always imagine Transformer fan art, it would be very detailed and very difficult to pull off. Because of, the how detailed they are. Maybe that's why they don't have a lot of fan art. I don't know. But yeah, it would be quite interesting. I will admit that, and I do admit. Oh, I'm going to lean on Essie now. I will admit that mechanized things, they're not my favorite, but hats off to whoever can pull them off successfully. The rubber room. I'm not sure if I like the sound of the rubber room. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. I don't know what it is, but okay, yeah, maybe there is. Yeah, I'm not in that headspace for it, or I'm not in the zone for it, or the fan. Yeah, maybe not. There probably is, but anyway, like, hats off to whoever can do those really detailed. Even robots to me would be a puzzle. They're very, yeah. Even that other artist, H.R. Geiger, isn't it? Or the alien artist, very, very detailed. I don't know how they would pull off anything like that. Oh, the sun's coming out. But very impressive. Wouldn't be my wouldn't be what I would attempt. But very impressive, really impressive to be able to draw all those sort of pipes and shapes and forms and make them look sort of realistic and making them make sense too. It's quite interesting. So I'm just gonna, yeah, yeah, okay, relatively easy, yeah, yeah. Beaver string, yeah, yeah, beavers. Yeah, there are a lot. Like the cartoon versions would be quite okay, but the beavers ones, wow, just the amount of realism you would need there, or even the sort of to get the metallic look on them would be very impressive. Yeah, hats off to anyone who decides to undertake the Bayview ones, but the cartoon ones, yeah, yeah, I could imagine somebody would. I wouldn't draw them now, but I can see definitely people drawing them. The sun's coming out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know we've had rain all day, so yeah, the sun decided to show up, and he's here now. So and he's threatening to stay. But we won't tell him to go away. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but suddenly there's a lovely light coming in. Yeah, so that's nice, nice autumnal sun. But I do draw occasionally fan art of yeah, sun is deadly laser. Yeah, yeah, indeed. Yeah, actually, there might be a rainbow because there was quite a lot of rain, so there might be one somewhere. I'm just not going to go searching for one yet. But oh, smudge. But yeah, I do draw fan art. I've drawn. I think it's, yeah, My Little Pony. I have drawn before, and there was another thing I remember from a while ago. I drew. Uh, it wasn't. It was some program or show I used to watch as a child, and it was from way back, and I used to adore it, and I drew fan art of it. I'm not sure what it is now, but definitely My Little Pony. But then they're ponies; they're not robots. So and I'm not going to draw a robot pony now either, but it would be kind of cool, all right. But yeah, I try and think of what that. I did draw fan art before. Oh, Animal Crossing. Yeah, I did make My Little Pony fan art. I actually have a sketchbook tour where I do some. It was in one of my old sketchbooks. I might actually do that again sometime. Might be nice to draw My Little Pony fan art. Yeah, so and the 80s My Little Pony is the one I remember. But there was something else I drew, and I can't think of what it was, but it was something kind of cozy and cutesy, and it wasn't Pokemon. Yeah, yeah, I would, the 80s one would be more what I would be used to, and the 80s characters, I don't know why they did change the look of the characters in the modern iterations of them, but to me, I don't know, it's probably maybe nostalgia, but I love the pastely sort of shades of the old sort of the 80s ones. And the more sort of rounder sort of shapes of them, I find them a little bit more cuter, maybe. I'm going to give her little sweets in this whenever. I might do it now. Yeah, and so I might draw them too, but I have drawn them before. I've just, if I could only think of what that other thing was that I made, and I really liked making it, and I plan to travel back to it, and I can't think of it. Isn't that funny now? It wasn't The Last Unicorn. I have actually drawn a unicorn like The Last Unicorn, but it wasn't The Last Unicorn. Oh, what was it? Animal Crossing. That was it. I used to play quite a lot of Animal Crossing, and yeah, I did some fan art of Animal Crossing, and some of them worked out well, some of them not so well. Pietro, one character that's always I could never do quite justice to, but I did try. There was another character that I couldn't do justice to. Who was it? Coco, maybe. I think it was Coco. Coco, or there was an elephant character. Was it? Oh, what was that elephant character? She was yellow. Margot or uh, Eloise or something anyway. But yeah, they were quite cute little characters. But sometimes I found him a little bit kind of tricky to make work well, particularly with Pietro and his clothing or his little scarf or jumper on him. Yeah, so marketable, yeah, yeah, the Optimus Prime. Yeah, Optimus Prime. You don't hear much of him anymore, do you? What's he up to now? Yeah, yeah, they did refresh them, but sometimes with the My Little Pony anyway, I'm not as familiar. I know Transformers. I'm not as familiar. Oh, I'm not as familiar with it, but My Little Pony was more my thing. But yeah, sometimes you think why they sort of change it too much. In my opinion, I did like the 80s ones a little bit more because I don't know, the characters and the colorization and the everything about them. I think maybe I just like the stylization of them even more. But I know things are updated and you're never quite fully happy with the results, are you? But yeah, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll give Essie some candy or sweets, as I would say, but candy, as anyone else might say. I don't know what color I'm going in with, but we'll just dot it in. Yeah, Optimus Prime. You never sort of, it's different kind of characters they go with now, isn't it? Although Optimus Prime was the main one, wasn't he? Sort of the main. I thought they would have marketed more with Optimus Prime, but maybe not. Some of these studio executives, they sort of think that they know best, but maybe not. I don't know. Um, yeah, kind of like Disney films today. I don't know. I'm not much of a fan of the live action ones, but some of them okay, but not all of them. And I prefer some of the more traditional cartoony animated ones, but that looks more like flowers than anything else. Essie, you've got flowers in your pumpkin. Uh, oh, I do actually. Yeah, no, totally, no, Crimson. If you like the modern day ponies, absolutely, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with it. I just happen to like the old ones because they're the ones I remember most. Yeah, so yeah, definitely. The new My Little Pony, absolutely, it does have a lot of fans and a lot of. They're sort of the same characters, aren't they? But they're different, slightly more different iterations, I think. But yeah, I'm just used to the 80s ones. Um, I suppose everybody says that about their generation. Things were better in my day, but yeah, yeah, 80s. That they didn't know Optimus Prime. Yeah, yeah, you don't. I don't know. Is it too much studio meddling or not enough people that are really into that genre to make it really work? I don't know. Yeah, no, completely. I respect yours, Crimson, totally. I mean, if somebody there's things I'm not into at all, but other people are, and that's okay too. And things that I'm into that nobody else is into, and that's fine too. Um, yeah, yeah. There's some things I never sort of got from the 80s or never looked up or never had access to. Oh, and yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't kind of know. The Transformers, I didn't know a whole lot about them. Not until I don't think they were much of a. It was sort of more X-Men was more a thing. I think we were sort of dependent on yeah, the big mistake. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Back in my day, Yeah, it was more. Well, there was Transformers, but where I live, it was basically reliant on certain what shows were cheap to import from American channels. So basically, Transformers was probably not as cheap. So an X Men maybe was. I don't know how that worked. Or He Man definitely was. So they used to import that. And so that's why I know a lot of He Man and She Ra lore. And we didn't get a lot of the other one, Rainbow Bright. Got a bit of Rainbow Bright, but not so much. But yeah, it was more, yeah, X Men was a thing, and kind of later on, the animated Spider Man and animated Batman and animated that kind of thing. But yeah, no, Transformers was a thing, but maybe whatever channel I was watching it wasn't. But we all had one channel anyway. Different, yeah, yeah, the buy-in, what I didn't realize until recently, yeah, it's whatever show is basically cheap to buy was what my area was doing. And as a result, we got all the popular shows from the 80s back in the 90s then. So kind of it was then popular. Yeah, and Pokemon was the same, of course. Darkheart, hi Darkheart, how are you? How are you spending your Sunday? How is Sunday treating you? Are you doing something nice? Or are you just relaxing? I hope your Sunday is finding you well. And thank you for joining. I'm not sure how long more I'll stream because I'm more or less done what I want to do with Essie. Actually, her pumpkin. I don't have orange with me. Again, organized. I might actually give the little eyeballs to her pumpkin. I wonder, can I try them in purple? Yeah, yeah, you're right. I remember I sort of remember Pokemon when was I 10? Something like that. Yeah, so it basically what happened was, I think maybe it was famous in America long before that, or maybe it went to America after, but they found basically a cheap kind of they could import it cheaply from Japan and show it here. And the reason that was why it took off here. The same, I think, Digimon as well. So we kind of had Pokemon and Digimon at the same time. So yeah, there was a bit of an overlap. Um, and then kind of a few years later, we started getting things like maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! And we used to get on, yeah, yeah. So we used to get on Saturday mornings. What did we get? We got Pokemon, and there was other things as well, odd things. It's sort of a mix of things. But yeah, Pokemon definitely, and oh yeah, Batman, the animated series, and Gargoyles as well. That kind of dark Disney show. We and the X Men, and I think it wasn't Wolverine. It was something similar. But yeah, we got them all together anyway. So you were never stuck for something. You could be a fan of one or a fan of 10, and you'd never be disappointed. But good times, good times. And we used to get the Disney, the animated Little Mermaid show. I remember that and have it on had it on VHS. So that's yeah, that's some memory unlocked there. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish up. I might just ink in Essie, and the next time you see her, probably is going to be maybe a post rather than another live stream. Because I have been going for an hour, have I? An hour and a half. The time does fly when you're having fun, as they say. But yeah, so and the next live stream, I still want to keep it seasonal and Halloweeny and autumnal. So I might just do a little painting. I don't know if I'll do any OCs. I might just do a little painting, but we'll see how we go. Um, I might do more designs on her. So, and then any other live stream that I might schedule or you might catch me on. I haven't decided what I'd do. I might just do a little kind of a medieval guy or a little weird guy again. And then maybe, oh, big spill of gold. But anyway, yeah, so I might do for December. I know I don't want to think about that. Yeah, yeah, Goober. Yeah, definitely Goober. That's time to call it quits. I think when your PC starts heating up, that's it telling you it's had enough. Uh, it doesn't want any more. Wants nothing more to do with all these games. Um. So yeah. So I don't want to even think about December. I know because it's not even Halloween, but I might do a little monster Christmas or something, or a little sort of not necessarily Christmas, but a monster wintry kind of monster theme, because Christmas isn't a thing for everyone, and I understand that. So yeah, so yeah, our monster wonderland or something. I don't know, Yule or monsters or winter wonderland. I might think of that. Um, and might make little monsters on a live stream in December, but definitely ah she's the gold is the gold loves Essie. Okay, well, hopefully now gonna make a big mess, but anyway, and wash this cloth after. Yeah, Mama, if you want to carry on, yeah, I will be probably on stream later. You generally stream at about 6 o'clock for me. So we're all sort of hopefully we're not clashing. I don't know what time you stream at, when it's if it's in the day or not. It's always 6 when I catch you. Um, yeah, that's cool, because I always think Phantom, goodness, Phantom. I can never catch Phantom because he's always. It's usually very early in the morning when Phantom is streaming. So if I do catch him, I always say I have to go because I have work, or I'm still getting up. But one day I will catch Phantom. But yeah, no, not yet. Anyway, he's a late one, I think. The clash of the clans. That's it. Yeah, I know. I miss out on a lot of Phantoms as well. I don't know what time it seems to be quite late at night he does them at, and as a result it's quite early in the morning for me, so I can never be there for him. And it annoys me sometimes. I because I'd like to, but they always look quite nice too, but it's not to be. It's not to be. That's okay. I sometimes surface on his and say hello and goodbye. Yeah, 3 a.m. Yeah, I know. I can never ever catch him. It's always something like maybe 7:30 or 8 for me, and I'm usually getting ready for work or something, so something gets in the way. But one day I will, one day, and I don't know if I can finish off Essie in this stream, but this is probably my last stream of Essie. And the next stream I might just, yeah, as I say, I might just paint a little pumpkin or something. Um, I don't know when I'll stream again. I'm planning to next week, but I'm not sure when. But it'll be scheduled anyway, and you guys should see it. But yeah, I'll just finish off her dress and think about her pumpkin. Fire grind, yeah, free fire grind, indeed, indeed. Yeah, I know. I'm a working adult as well, and I'm finding I do of course make time, but yeah, it's Mama. You'll probably agree, the challenge of adult life and managing and doing things and work and all sorts of things, and live streams and finding time to do things you like. Yeah, not always easy, but I just think so long as it can fit your schedule, it's fine. I might do a midweek one. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe Sunday suits for everybody. Maybe it doesn't. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises, but when it's scheduled, it's scheduled. Uh, and then I eat a chip, only one. That's a strength I like. Only one chip, because if there was one, well, there'd be more than one, and at the end of it there wouldn't be any with me. So, yeah, that is a strength. And if there is only one strip, uh, or one chip, that's quite sad. But yeah, wow, that is a talent. I agree. But yeah, yeah. So I'll see, can I finish up there now? And Essie, I might put little orange leaves. So I always have the best of intentions. I'll finish her on live stream. I'll do this on live stream. I'll do that on live stream. I never do. I actually say crisps. Yeah, so crisps is what I would say. So I'd assume that is chips. We French fries are chips to us. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's the difference again. But salt and vinegar would be my favorite flavor. Or salt and vinegar. There's a cracker that I like, and it's salt and vinegar flavored. So yeah. Uh, on Phantom's phone, the loudest burp. Oh dear. Oh dear. And yeah, oh dear. Yeah, salt like the sea. I have to say I do like my salty things. Even there's a chocolate here with salt in it. It sounds mad completely, but I like it. Not very many people do, but I do. So it's got quite a salty sort of flavour to it. And yeah, kind of a treat at Christmas, or the holidays anyway. So yeah, there is. So we'll finish up with Essie, and when I do post her, I will put some orange leaves underneath. But she's mostly finished, and I might tidy up her little face here and her little collar. Again, I'm not sure about that Shakespearean collar I gave her, but that's part of her dress, and we'll just have to, we'll be forgiven of it. So in or around, these colours can be hard sometimes, and I'll try and go over that little cloud there. Yeah, so that was good progress for this stream. More or less finished her, and very proud of how she turned out. Sea salt chocolate, yeah, yeah, it is nice. It is. I do like it as well. I'm not a fan of very sweet things, so I do kind of like a little bit of a bite or flavour that's not sweet. I went to buy more pens and to get some paint. So your pens, paint, and whiskers. I like that. You have cats. Oh, how many cats do you have? Oh, that's so cute. Oh, yeah, Mama, I like dark chocolate too. Maybe not as much. It's the sort of thing that you'll only eat a small square of, I find, and that's enough. And maybe that's probably best. Only one. Oh, but a cat is a cat, and you're always spending good company if you spend it in the company of a cat. I always say. The moon sent me some art, so yeah, indeed, indeed, it is crimson. Thank you very much. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, I like light chocolate too. Actually, I'm one or the other. There's a white chocolate. I'm not too fond of white chocolate, but there is one particular one I do happen to like, but I don't eat it as much as the dark or the regular. Yeah, small square. Yeah, yeah. I do have a stash and mine lasts me too. Hi, not real. And when you joined again, I'm just finishing up. So yeah, so yeah, so welcome back. Welcome back. But good to have you back. But yeah, mostly done with Essie. And any portraits of her. I'm just going to tidy them up along here, and when you see her again, I'll be posting. I'll probably post on YouTube anyway. But white chocolate, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, white chocolate. There's a particular one that I can get here, and I like that now is white chocolate. Yeah, and anyone that can just eat if it's regular chocolate, if they can just eat a square and leave it, I'm very impressed by them. It's a strength I don't have. Or them little chocolate buttons as well. Oh, I love those. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the webs, the little webs. I thought it was. I think it was your idea, was it? The webs really turned out really well on her, so I'm really happy with those webs. Maybe a little bit too much ghosts on her dress, but that's okay too. Um, the situation is getting serious. Yeah, yeah, I understand, Goober. Yeah, totally, totally. Well, now, thank you, not real. And thank you, everyone. I should say you've all been great. You're a great little group. You're a great group to chat with. I always say this, and I say this every live stream, that it always feels like you're here in the room with me. And yeah, yeah, meow, meow. Yeah, so it does feel great to be a part of a little art team, a little art group, and yeah, so I might schedule another. Oh, thank you, Crimson, thank you, and I probably will start a Discord. It's just I have so many Discords. It's so much to keep track of. The room is so dark I can only hear my heart. That's an odd sensation, isn't it, Goober? It's yeah, yeah, life though. That's the rhythm of life. It's like when you accidentally touch up against your pulse. I don't know, it gives me a little jump sometimes, but it's a good feeling when you realize that's what did they say, the rhythm of life. Yeah, yeah, dark hard. Yeah, I see what you're doing there, Goober. But yeah, yeah, good one, Mama. Yeah, no. mm, I have to keep getting my water. But anyway, so that's this live stream over with. And thank you all for being here and being with me. But yeah, so during the week or maybe next weekend or sometime, I will schedule another. And I might just do a little pumpkin painting or something simple. And I'll of course post Essie in my on YouTube, and I'll also post her on I'll definitely post her my YouTube and my Instagram, and probably Mama and Morningstar in your Discords. I will get my own, I promise. Just not at the moment, but I'll let you guys know when I have my own Discord. And I think you can post on my community tab. I think you can. I'm sure you can. Well, I'm not sure you can. But yeah, if you want to post your own artwork in my community tab, please do so. And and oh yeah, yeah, that's right, Mama. You have to be sub 24 hours. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys are anyway. But yeah, if you want to, that's the rule. I wasn't sure that rule actually, but please do, please do. I would love to see if anybody has been drawing along. Please do feel free. Yeah, so the community posts, you have to be sub 24 hours. I kind of have only started doing that I only remembered it last live stream. So yeah, yeah, please do. And yeah, I'll schedule another one. I'm not sure when, but that was this one anyway. And like I said before, really, really appreciative of you guys for being here. And thank you very much. And you're wonderful to do art with, and you're wonderful to go along the journey with and welcome in. And it's a space for everybody. And you've really made me feel really welcome too. But I shall, what's the saying? Love you and leave you. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, and Mama, if I'm around in the evening, I'll join in on your live stream. And if Kent, I don't know if you're going to be doing it with Kent or not, but I can never catch Kent's either. But anytime I'm on Kent's, it's with you. So if you're around and I'm not too busy, I'll join in on that as well. But wonderful to see you all. And Kiloa, if you're still here, wonderful. Thank you, and thank you for joining. Um, oh yeah, Kent does one on Friday. I'm not sure what times his are at because I always work Friday, but I can never catch Kent's. But I always see them after being posted. But no worries. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you guys, and thank you very much for joining me. Okay, Eastern Standard Time. I'll think about it and I'll work it out. But goodbye, and thank you all for being here. And thank you all for following me and seeing how Essie turned out. Uh, bye bye. Bye, not real. Bye, Mama. Bye, everyone. And thank you.